everyone, my name's Kathleen. I work at the Bozeman Public Library in the Children's Room. I'm so happy you decided to join me today for Storytime. Please let us know if you like these story times, if you're listening to them in the comments, in the Facebook posts, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just let us know. We'd love to know if you're enjoying these. And today we're going to talk about tractors and farms and what we would do without them. Can you imagine no life with farms and tractors and farmers and all the animals? We need them for food. We need them for grains. Our farms are really important. So we celebrate our farms today. We're going to read this really silly book called Duck on a Tractor. Look at that duck. He is having a great time. This is written by David Shannon. He also did the illustrations, which are the pictures. I love his work. Look how beautiful. He has bright, bold colors, and he just knows how to make it just look fantastic. So we'll watch his artwork. Thanks to the Blue Sky Press, the publisher, for allowing me to read this to you today. Look at this. It's a big, wide tractor. Wow, I'm going to scoot over a little. So, there we go. Here we go. Look at that glare. Okay. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike, so he did. Then he spotted the tractor. I bet I can drive a tractor, he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he can drive a tractor too. You see him on there? Duck climbed on the tractor and looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then a shiny little piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it out. He pushed it in. Then he turned it. All of a sudden, the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled. It began to move. At first, it moved very slowly, and it jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. Climb on, everybody, shouted Duck. Oh, I wonder what animals. Do you know animals that live on the farm? Maybe a pig or a horse. Let's see who's... Oh, I see two pigs. I see a cow and a dog. Dog was first. He jumped right up to Duck. Woof, said Dog. But what he thought was, we're going for a ride. To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on next. Moo, said Cow. But what she thought was, this is the silliest thing I've ever done. Pig and Pig took a seat in back. Oink, said Pig and Pig. But what they thought was, this sure beats walking. Uh-oh. I see a goat now, and a chicken is stuck in the wheel well, and a little mouse, or a rat. Then came Chicken, Mouse, and Goat. Squawk, said Chicken, but what she thought was, last one on is a rotten egg. Squeak, said Mouse, but what she thought was, I can see everything from up here. Meh, said Goat, but what he thought was, I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through window? You know, goats love to chew on things. They'll eat just about anything, I've heard. Oh my goodness, horse and a cat. Next up was Horse and Cat. Cat jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse not so much. Meow, said Cat, but what she thought was, I was going to take a nap, but this should be very interesting. Nay, said Horse, but what he thought was, I think I'd rather walk. Oh, look at that sheep. The only one left on the ground was Sheep. Ma, said Sheep, but what she thought was, this is too dangerous. Get on, Sheep, everyone shouted, but Sheep wouldn't budge. She wouldn't budge, so Duck started driving away without her. Wait, she cried. Don't leave me here all alone. She ran after the tractor and took a flying leap onto it. Quack, yelled Duck, but what he thought was, woohoo! Look, that is a sight to see, isn't it? I think my favorite is the cow. Oh my goodness. Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road. And before long, they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up when Duck and the other animals passed by the big window. So a diner is a restaurant where you can eat. They're in there in the diner. Here's the people at the diner. Looks like a waitress maybe, and the people eating. A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. Did you ever? Grandma gasped, but what she thought was, a duck on a tractor? That's impossible. That's totally awesome, Edison shouted, but what he thought was, no one's gonna believe this. Marcine, the waitress, looked up from her pad and noticed Cat. Heavens to Betsy, she exclaimed, but what she thought was, I like cats. Deputy Bob, he's the sheriff. Deputy Bob blabbered, if that don't beat all. But what he thought was, how am I gonna explain this to the sheriff? Well, he's the deputy sheriff. Look at this. Aren't his pictures wonderful? Oh my goodness. They're so bright. A man named Otis chimed in. I must be seeing things. But what he thought was, oh no, not again. Holy cow, hollered Manny the cook. But what he thought was, holy cow. Manny usually said exactly what he thought. The mayor almost choked on his pipe. Good gravy, he sputtered. But what he thought was, those pigs are even fatter than I am. Oh, look at these people. Oh my goodness, they're so fun to look at. Corky just whistled, but what he thought was, that duck is smarter than he looks. Gwen came out of the restroom. Would you look at that, she exclaimed. But what she thought was, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Farmer Odell observed, that's a dang nice tractor. But what he thought was, hey, wait a minute, that's my tractor. Oh, everyone rushes outside. He decided he'd better go after it and ran out the door. Everyone else ran out too and chased after him. By this time, Duck had turned onto the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again. Nothing happened. I don't know much about spelling, said Dog, but I think E means it's the end of the ride. You know what that really is? That's the gas gauge of the tractor. When you fill it up with gas, it goes to F for full. It's all out of gas, E for empty. So it won't be able to run. It'll stop without the gas. Let's see, where were we? Sheep cleared her throat. You know, she said, I think we might get in trouble for this. Let's get out of here, yelled Duck, just as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. There's no words on this page. It's just 100% awesome art. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I love that. Whoa, what's next? Everyone burst out laughing. Nah, they all said, it couldn't have been. It must have been an optical illusion, exclaimed Otis. Farmer Odell said he must have left his tractor running by accident. I guess that explains it, Deputy Bob agreed. Then they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. I don't see anybody hiding out. I wonder where all those animals went. Oh, here they are. Are they back at the farm? And no one ever admitted that on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, and a mouse, and a duck on a tractor. Ah, what a fun story. If you like that book, we have lots of other things by David Shannon with these beautiful, really lively, vibrant illustrations. Well, since we've been talking about farm animals, I thought our craft this week would be to make these fun little puppets of farm animals and sing Old MacDonald. Look at that. You can pick up a sheet of these at the library. You get to color them and cut them out, and then you tape the popsicle stick on the back. We also have popsicle sticks for you. But look at all these farm animals. Let's do the song. Sing along with me at home if you know. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Who's next? Oink, 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 oink. And let's change our farmer to a girl. And on her farm she had a pig, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink, oink here and an oink, oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink, oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a horse, E-I-E-I-O. With a neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there, here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O. With a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a chicken. Let's call that a rooster because he's got the little comb. E-I-E-I-O. With a cock-a-cock-a-doodle-doo here and a cock-a-doodle-doo there. Here a cock-a-doodle, here a cock-a-doodle, everywhere a cock-a-doodle. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And I've got one more for you. On his farm he had a duck. That looks just like the duck on our tractor. Look at that. They kind of look alike, don't they? And on his farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. You know what I think would be funny? I wonder if I can put the duck riding on the... I've got both my puppets. Can I put the duck riding on the horse? I can! Look at that! Let's see if I can bring in the sheep and they can talk. Hello! What are you doing today, sheep? Ma, I'm getting shaved to make wool for socks for the winter. What are you doing? Oh, we're just going for a stroll, me and Duck, my friend. Quack, quack, quack. You can have so much fun with these puppets. So come and get these at the library. And it even has the songs. Oh, excuse me, upside down. Even has the song lyrics on there. So if you're not familiar with this song, you can read it right off of here. So please come and grab that at the library. I've got another book for us. It's a great time to pause the video if you want, get your kiddos up and move around, and maybe do some jumping jacks and push-ups against the wall, and then come right back. I'll wait for you right here. Bink, bonk, you're back. Okay, here's our next book. This is called Tractor Mac Arrives at the Farm. Another tractor. This is written by Billy Steers. He did the illustrations as well. Let's see, thanks to the publisher. Let's see who our publisher is. Oh, Strauss-Giroux. Thank you, Strauss-Giroux in New York. Oh, this has beautiful pictures as well. Let's see what's up with Tractor Mac. Sibley, the horse, lived on a stony meadow farm. He was a hard worker. Tug and pull and haul on drag all day. He did the work of 2 strong horses. Sibley's days were spent plowing in the spring, mowing in the summer, harvesting in the fall, and logging in the winter. You see that? He's a busy horse. Sibley's favorite job was pulling the hay wagon at summer picnics. The children would all cheer for Sibley and give him treats of apples and carrots. Yay, Sibley, whee, yay! One day the animals heard a strange noise. Chugga, chugga, pop, chugga, chugga. They looked out of the barn. A large red machine was parked in the farmyard, spewing smoke. Farmer Bill was seated on a bright, shiny new tractor, he had a big smile on his face. What is happening? Look at that. That is a big, shiny tractor. Yeah, why do you need a tractor, I wonder? Let's see, they put it in the barn. That evening, Farmer Bill moved the tractor into the barn. The animals came over to greet the newcomer. "What big black rubber tires you have," said Carlo the chicken. "Look at all of the wires, gears, and cables," exclaimed Pete the pig. "Welcome to Stony Meadow Farm," said Sam the ram. "Welcome, welcome," the others all cried. That's a lot of animals in there. Oh, I think Tractor Mac likes his new friends. Look at that. Can you see his face smiling? The red tractor smiled. "Howdy do," he said. "My name is Mac. I can do the work of 10 horses, and I am happy to be here." The animals gasped. "Oh, 10 horses? You must be really strong." That night, Sibley was not able to sleep. Visions of mechanical horses danced in his head. Could Mac really do the work of 10 horses? What would be left for Sibley to do? Oh, Sibley the horse, remember? That was all. He did a lot of jobs. Early the next morning, Farmer Bill climbed into Mac's seat and started the engine. Mac rumbled to life, and they headed for the fields. Sibley waited to be tacked up for the day's work, but nobody came. All that day, Sibley listened to the other animals chatter. "Did you see how fast Mac plowed the fields?" clucked the chickens. "He delivered the hay in less than an hour," bobbed the sheep. "He hauled all the wood for the new roof," squealed the pigs. Oh, Tractor Mac, busy, busy. Look at that funny expression on the cow. As the days passed, it was clear that Mac had taken over all of Sibley the horse's jobs. "Soon they'll be turning you out to pasture," said Margot the cow. "You'll probably never have to work another day in your life." Just then, Sibley heard the sound of children. Maybe they were coming to the barnyard for a hayride. He galloped towards them. Gallop means to run fast. And stopped abruptly at the fence. There was Mac pulling a dozen cheering children in a hay wagon. Sibley's hay wagon. Oh, look how surprised he is. That was his favorite job. Sibley had never felt so sad and useless in his whole life. What good is a workhorse who cannot work? Oh, Sibley sighed. In the weeks that followed, Sibley hoped he would have a job too, but every morning Farmer Bill and Mac left the barn without him. Sibley wondered if he had been forgotten for good. Finally, one day, Farmer Bill came back to the farm without Mac. "Sibley, old lad, I need your help. We have a problem that only you can fix." Rain had fallen during the night. The farmer led Sibley through the soggy grass to a field where the ground was soaked with water. There sat Mac, up to his axles in mud. You see the tractor is stuck in mud. Let's look. You're trying to pull him out. He's all in the mud. Let's see. Look at how hard Sibley's working. With a tug and a yank, Sibley wrenched Mac free from the mud. Then he spent the rest of the day working in the soggy field while Mac sat behind the stone wall. When it was time to go back to the barn, Mac said, "Thanks for rescuing me, Sibley." Farmer Bill patted Sibley on the neck. "You were a big help today," he said. From that day on, Farmer Bill let both Sibley and Mac work side by side, and they became the best of friends. Oh, I just love that. Aren't those beautiful pictures? Wow, we had 2 such wonderful pictures with wonderful books with wonderful pictures. So I hope you can come by the library, pick up your Old MacDonald stick puppets. I'm happy to run them out to you if you don't want to come in the library for any reason. I understand that. You can just call us at the desk. We're happy to bring them out to you. We understand. But it's a great thing to do with kids is singing. Singing is so good for kids. It helps them learn new language. It helps them learn about rhythm and rhymes. And it also helps them do listening skills. Those are all great pre-literacy skills. So sing with your kids, read with your kids, talk with your kids, play with your kids, write with your kids, and read with your kids. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great evening or a great morning. Bye-bye.